Welcome back all to level 5. Level 5 deals with files and an assessment project. So there won't be a separate assessment test. You can go ahead with the assessment project itself. So we know different kinds of files are there. So file is used to store data. There are different kinds of files. Text files are there, Word files are there, PDF files are there, video files, audio files. There are different kinds of files are there. The purpose of files is to store data. In Python, we can handle files by using a function called as open. So the function open accepts two parameters. One is the file name and other is the mode. So whenever you want to open any file, you have to specify open within brackets the file name, comma, the mode in which you want to open the file. There are 4 different modes that is accepted in Python. The first mode is R, which means reading mode. It opens a file for reading, or it will display the contents of a file, and it will display error if the file is not already existing. So if the file is already created and already existing, it will display the file. If the file is not existing, it will display error that the file does not exist. Another function is append, which is indicated by A, which opens a files, and you can write to a file whatever you write, that will be added in the end of the file. For example, I was having a file myfile.txt, and in that I had written keep social distancing. Only one line I had already written. When I had opened, that line was there. Again, I am appending a line for defeat COVID-19 virus. So what happens is, my first line, which was already there, will be there, and the second line, what I had appended now, that will be added to the end of the file. So the contents in the file will be maintained there. In that, additionally, at the last line, the new line given will be stored. Another mode is there, which is called as write. It will open a file for writing. What happens is, when you write something, it will overwrite whatever available in the file. For as in the previous example, my file was having a single line, which was let's keep social distancing. When you write let's defeat COVID-19 what happens is, it will overwrite the previous statement. The difference between append and write is, append will add a new line to the end of the document, while write statement will overwrite the existing data in the file. And create, which is indicated by X, which is used to create a new file. So 4 modes: read, which is used to read the data in a file; A is used to add information or add data to the end of a file; and W, write, it is used to overwrite an existing file; and X will be used to create a new file. So the syntax used to open is open, file name, comma, mode. Modes are R, A, W, X: read, append, write, and X. Read is used to open or read or display the content of a file. A is used to add a new contents to the end of a file. Write is used to write, but it overwrites the existing things. And X is used to create new file. So let's go for the lab session. So first lab section is to create a new file. So I am just putting a variable name F. There is no need of putting F. Whatever variable name we want to give, that you can give. I am just putting F. So F is equal to open within double quotes file name. So I am giving the name of the file as myfile.txt. So I am going to create a text file, and I am giving the mode as X. Mode X is used to create a new file. So before going this, let me give it as R. R is the mode used to read a file. Let us see what happens. So I'm just going to read a file which is called as myfile.txt. The function was open within brackets file name comma mode. So file name I had given as myfile.txt and the mode I had given as R, read. I hadn't created the file. The mode, even though I had given the mode as R. R means read operation. Let us see what the answer we get from Colab. See, it shows file not found error, which means this Python has tried to read a file called as myfile.txt. It tried to open it in reading mode, but such a file was not found. Okay, so if it was available, it was already there, what happened? It will be opening this way. It might have opened this file for us. So I am just creating a file. So X is the mode that is used to create a new file. So I am just running the program. So what happens now is a new file named myfile.txt will be created. So I had just run this program, and what happened is a new file will be created and name of the file will be myfile.txt. Again I had run this program. So what happens? It says file exists errors. Okay, so the first time what we did, we tried to read. At that time it told no such file exists. Second time we had created a file by means of the mode X. Third time I had again run the same code to create a file with the name myfile.txt. It says file exists error. That means the file is created. So now we had created a file whose name is myfile.txt. And let us see how to write information or how to write data to the file. I am telling f is equal to open within brackets. I am telling double quotes file name. File name is myfile.txt, comma, the mode I am specifying as write mode. And I had opened this file to a variable f, and I am telling f dot write. Write is used to write information. Within brackets I am telling let's keep social distancing. So what happens is this line, let's keep social distancing, will be written to the file myfile.txt. This myfile.txt was opened with the help of a variable f, and I am telling f dot write within brackets and double quotes. I am telling the content to be written in the file. So now while running this program, what happens is this file myfile.txt will be written with the content let's keep social distancing, and I am just closing the program by using a function called as f dot close. Okay, let's read the content of the file. I'm just running the program, and I am syntax used is open myfile.txt, comma r, and I'm just printing printf f dot read. So f dot read is used to read the data in a file. F dot write was used to write data to a file. So I had opened this in read mode, and I am telling f dot read. So it prints whatever content available in the file. And another option is you can read just 5 characters, or if you can read 10 characters from the file. So I am telling f is equal to open myfile.txt, comma r. I am opening a file named myfile.txt in read mode, and it is assigned to a variable f, and I am printing f dot read of 5. So I am specifying a limit there which is called as 5. So what happens is it just prints first 5 characters in the document. So in the document what we have written earlier, let's keep social distancing. So the first 5 characters is LETS space, so that is printed. Space, as space is here, space is also considered as a character. And if you want to close a file, you have to call the syntax f dot close. Here I had opened a file named myfile.txt in read mode, and I had read it, print f dot read. I have read the entire content in the file, and after reading I am just closing the file. F dot close. F dot close is used to close a particular file. Next is appending operation. Let us see the difference between appending the operation. See, till here the content of myfile.txt was, let's keep social distancing, and I am going to append a new line called as let us defeat COVID-19 to the file myfile.txt. Already myfile.txt is having a content, let's keep social distancing. When I call the append function, what happens is after this line will be added. Okay, let us see what happens. So I am just opening a file, f is equal to open myfile.txt comma a, which means I am opening a file called myfile.txt. Name of the file is myfile.txt, and I am opening it in a mode called as append mode, and I had opened by means of a variable f. I am telling f.write let us defeat COVID-19. The mode opened here is append. So what happens is, to the existing file, after the existing content, it will add this line, let us defeat COVID-19, and I am just closing the file. So I'm again going to open the file. So f is equal to open myfile.txt comma r. I am just opening the file myfile.txt in reading mode, and I am telling print f.read and closing the file also. So while running, what happens? Let's keep social distancing was already there. With that, a new line also added. Let's defeat COVID-19. But the operation is appending. We had appended this line to the file myfile.txt. So the difference between append and write is, when you call write function, when you open a file in write mode, the existing data will be overwritten. When you open the file in append mode, the existing data will be there. After that, new lines will be added. So that is the difference between append and write. And if you want to delete an existing file, you have to import a function module called as OS. So I am just importing it, import space OS, and in order to remove, the syntax is os dot remove within brackets file name. So when I call this function, what happens is the file myfile.txt will be removed from the platform. So right now I have run it. So what happens is myfile.txt will be removed from the package. Okay. Next is, if you want to import some files from your system to the Colab platform, you can go for the syntax from google.colab import files uploaded is equal to files.upload. This is a syntax that we use to upload a file from your system to Colab environment. So I am just running it. So it will give you the option to upload the file. You can click choose file. So this is the option that we are using to upload any kind of file from your system. So I am uploading a file. Name of the file is one, which is a document file. So I am just opening it, and it will be automatically uploading this file to the Python environment. So once it is uploaded, it will give an information to us like one.docx is uploaded, and here while opening the file I am telling one.docx. This docx is the extension of the file I had uploaded. So I can open it in writing mode, I can open it in reading mode, whatever I want to specify I can specify, as we had seen earlier. So any kinds of file you can deal with Python, any kind of extension you can deal with Python. So that's all with files. What you have to take care is there are 4 modes: reading mode, writing mode, appending mode, and creating a new file mode. X is used to create a new file, R is used to just read the content of the file, A, which is append, which is used to add new information to an existing file. It will add information at the end of the file. Write, which is used to overwrite the file, and the syntax used is open within brackets file name, comma, the mode in which you are calling. For closing, you can use the function close. For writing, you can use the function write, and for reading, you can use the function read. So that's all with files. Thank you.